Get up, get focused, and get into your passion, because it's time to mow everywhere we go. You are limited ultimately only by your own expectations. You are limited ultimately only by your own expectations. This morning, I drove down the road a little bit to come to a place that I love to run on the trails near what's called Chimney Rock. And I stopped on the way at this donut place here in Sedona to get donuts. And the place is called Sedonuts. It's like the best name ever. But when I got in there, it was 8:30 in the morning. I got in there and I was about the fourth person in line. There were two people in line behind me. And by the time I got to the front, there was only like 12 donuts left. And there were people pulling up. It was only 8:30 in the morning. And people were asking for different donuts. And the man and wife that owned the place kept saying, no, we sold out of that. We sold out of that. And they're open until 11 o'clock. And I thought, they're not making any more. They're going to be completely out of donuts by 8:45. And I didn't really think about this till a little bit later, but I started running, and then I thought, you know, they could have made 2 or 3 times the amount of business that they did today if only they would have made more donuts. If only their expectations would have been a little bit higher. Like, it's holiday week in Sedona. Maybe we should make twice what we normally make, or 3 times what we normally make, and sell that much more. But they didn't. They just made what they always made, and were sold out so quick, and all these people were left pulling up and no donuts left. And I thought, their business, their income that day was limited ultimately by one thing: their own expectations. They didn't think big enough. They thought too small. They could have done so much more business. And I thought, you know, that reflects in our life as well. What are your expectations? Because you're never going to reach any higher than what your expectations are. The ability to achieve in your life is ultimately limited only by your expectations. I was just running on the trail, and most of the trails are fairly well marked, but I got a little off and got lost and ended up in this creek bed. And I thought I could either turn around and go back the same way I just came, or I could find my way through this creek bed. And so I decided to find my way through the creek bed. And I bushwhacked, climbed, and made my way back to the trail. I wasn't limited by what I expected. I expected I can find the trail and have an adventure in the process. So as you start your day and work through your day, remember, you are limited ultimately only by your own expectations. Make the most of every opportunity by having high expectations. Moyo, everywhere we go.